Hi, my name's EB, founder of Smart with Money Planning. Today, we're going to talk about your financial fitness. Are you moving closer to your financial goals, or are you falling farther away from them? Um, you don't have to be rich. Don't be discouraged if you see all these people living fancy lifestyles on Instagram and social media, or if you told yourself that by a certain age you're gonna have a Range Rover or a very nice house, so on and so forth. Yet you are far away from that goal. It's okay. Life has pros and cons in it, and there are curveballs that they're just things that you couldn't have foreseen. For example, I was laid off in 2012. I took a job in a sales position, and I did not do very well in that sales position. I had a good amount of savings too before working full commission um, in that sales position, but I struggled a lot more than I expected, and I did a lot of prep work before going into that position, which was a full-time financial advisor. But I learned a lot and helped me better relate to people who are struggling financially. Because before that point, I was well above average compared to my peers, just with the condo and other investments and so on and so forth. But when you have to humble yourself and ask to borrow money from your parents and church or whatever, you learn a lot about what it means to struggle in your adult life. So that's just an example to say um, if you have a goal in life that you want to be at a certain level by a certain age, things are going to happen. That's just my story. I'm opening up, becoming more vulnerable to relate to you. Thank God I recovered, but it helped me to see what it's like when you're late on bills or when you have things that are impacting your credit and how to recover from that years later. Um, that experience helped me to see someone who might be at that point and help them understand that, okay, it looks bad now, feels very claustrophobic, almost like your financial world's closing in. You're not bringing in the money you need to pay your bills, and you might lose some of the things you worked hard to get. It's gonna be okay, and you're gonna make it through, and you're going to get back on track. So that's what this video is about. As long as you are on track, as long as you are financially fit, or getting there, you can be happy. You understand? What is financial fitness? You ask yourself questions. There's 5 questions I'm going to ask. Is your debt decreasing? You understand? Your balance on your credit card, student loan, whatever personal loan you might have, auto loan, those balances going down? Are you paying more than just the minimum payment, at least on some of those debts? Then good. Pat yourself on the back. Or are your balances increasing? You keep taking out store credit cards, personal other credit cards, swiping, using them. Are you struggling to pay off your balance on a monthly basis? Are you not even getting closer to the ability to pay your full statement? Then you got to get in the financial gym, if you will, or just you probably have to speak with someone who, such as myself, who's going to motivate you, hold you more accountable, will help you focus on all the stuff you have going on in life. Just make it more in your face about, hey, this is a goal that will really help your life, making sure you're paying down this debt. And did you pay down that debt? Or let's look at your budget. What are some of these expenditures that you could sacrifice momentarily till you're in better financial shape, right? That's the first question. Is your debt decreasing or is it increasing? The second question is your savings increasing or is it decreasing, right? So really, you want to have an emergency fund amount of at least $1,000. If you're not there, you know what? Work your butt off, sacrifice what you have to sacrifice, eat beans and rice, and whatever. Don't eat out, pack your lunches, all that. You have to get that $1,000 in the bank minimum In a savings account where you don't touch it every month, it's like it can stay there and you can build upon it. And then really you want to get to the point where you have at least 3 months of expenses in the bank minimum. And it might sound funny that I'm making new minimums, but the goal is to have 6 months. But take baby steps because this is about fitness and getting there. It's a process that takes time. It's not about making you feel bad because you're not at a certain level. Sometimes I have to emphasize some things just so that you know the seriousness of it. But excuse me, don't beat yourself up too much. As long as you're moving in the right direction, you can be happy. Um, so question one, is your debt decreasing? Yes, good. Question two, is your savings account, that could be also 401k, is that increasing? Good. Question three, are your money habits improving or declining? What are some of your vices? Do you like whiskey like me? Um, of course, responsibly, or eating out, different things. Do you notice that you're doing that more? Are you drinking more? Are you eating out more? Are you buying more shoes and clothes that you don't need, or anything else that you buy that you aren't using, something just collecting in your closet? I would say, unless you're like very wealthy, you shouldn't really be collecting shoes or something like that. I mean, if you do, because it makes you happy, you do. But um, if you were to hit some kind of financial snag, if you were to lose your job or source of income, and you saw all these shoes, you would, you could sell them, I guess, but you would get a lot less for that, or clothes even, than you're paying for them. So basically, um, it's just not a good use of your money. You just have to do it in moderation. Understand that it's more of a luxury to collect shoes and clothes past just a reasonable amount. So if you're wealthy and you're at that point, good. But the number three is you want your money habits to be improving. Spend less money on things that are wasteful. You could treat yourself sometimes, but just make sure you're not overdoing it, overindulging. Um, Try to save money here and there and make sure you're getting better at that skill. Number four, are you more exposed to major risk, such as that can risk to your financial plan, more specifically? So if you want to take care of your family, leave some money for your heirs or something, at least not become a financial burden if something were to happen to you, then you need life insurance, right? You also need health insurance, absolutely, disability insurance, home insurance, um, auto insurance. There's just different levels of insurance. Once again, that's really more of this order: health insurance, life insurance, disability insurance, home and auto. Those are things that you need the proper amount of insurance in those areas, because let's say you saved up all this money, um, but then you have a health episode and you're in the hospital and you have to, um, you know, pay all these hospital bills. That's one of the main reasons people go bankrupt, from hospital bills. Or let's say you're getting there, you're working out, you got your savings up to maybe 5,000, and God forbid, but you die prematurely, you don't have life insurance. That money will, first of all, take time before your family can access it, and number two, it probably won't help your dependent or spouse or family. um, it probably won't be enough for your services. So those are some questions you have to ask. If you become disabled, more people become disabled than die prematurely. So even if you become disabled, you don't have disability insurance, your social security that you might get is very, very meager. A lot of the people we see outside panhandling or something, a lot of them do get social security, but it's so small that they have to try to get monies other ways. So do you have the right insurances in place? Um, Types of insurance in place. Number five, are you more content and encouraged about your financial state, or are you less? This is all about your happiness. This is all about your contentment. You don't want to be a Scrooge McDuck with just millions and millions of dollars, except you're not even happy, right? It's about, hey, do I have less financial anxiety? Do I feel better about my savings account? Do I feel better about my 401k? Do I feel better about my debt decreasing? Do I feel like, you know what, I'm fairly smart with my money? I'm not just wasting it, living paycheck to paycheck, always having to borrow money from somebody or somewhere. You want to feel like, okay, you don't have to borrow money. You could actually lend money if the credit situation for the borrower makes sense for you. There are personal lending platforms where you can make like 10% on your money if you lend it. And you could use a fraction of your money if you're at a certain level to do that. Or, maybe some real estate investment opportunity, or who knows, right? But the goal is for your debt to decrease, your savings to increase, your money habits to improve, meaning you have less wasteful spending and bad money decisions. Number four, that and all types of risks, health, life, disability, property and casualty, such as car, home and auto, even liability insurance if you're a business owner, those type of things, they're in order. And lastly, your general feeling. Are you feeling more proud? If you look back a year from now, were you in a worse financial place, or are you in a better financial place? So those are the main um, things that I can help you with. I am a financial coach, certified public accountant license, and I also passed the financial advisor exam. So basically, I'm fully qualified to help you. Like a personal trainer helps someone who may have to lose a couple pounds, always struggle to be really diligent and consistent and disciplined with their going to the gym and weight loss. If they have that person in their ear, that person they know is going to ask them about it, that person who they know makes it easier for them to follow a plan and stick to the goal. If you have a personal trainer, then you're much more likely to accomplish your fitness goal. If you have a financial coach, then you're much more likely to accomplish your financial goals. So that's how this works. My name's EB, President of Smart with Money Planning, and I'm going to leave my information at the end of this video. All right. Hope you all have a great day.